Well, it is time for another VyStar Savings Challenge update, and I am here with Wade Bramlett, who is a financial advisor with VyStar. Great to see you again, by the way.
Thank you. Great to see you.
And we're going to be meeting up with Miss May Johnson, who has been a VyStar member, get this, for 19 years, which I think is so cool, right?
Very cool, very cool.
And we are at her local branch, and she's talking with Keith right now, the relationship specialist, which I feel like every time I do one of these with y'all, it's like so many resources that I didn't even know were available, which I think is so cool. So we're going to talk with them in just a bit, but kind of give us a recap of some of the things that you went over with Miss May Johnson.
Sure, yeah. So when we met Miss May, we were looking at her budget for her. She's living on a fixed income, so we really wanted to define that budget, see what she was spending her money currently on. Did a lot of eating out, things like that.
Oh yeah, you remember we were in the car?
We actually met her at
we
the
had to
restaurant.
track her down,
exactly.
because she was out eating again.
So we just got with her. We went over that budget, see where she was spending her money, and then also to see where we could save some money for her as well.
And so how were you able to do that? What were some of the things you looked at?
Well, so obviously we went through that budget, on a board, and showed her kind of where money should be spent, kind of asked her questions on where she was spending it, and then we went through some online tools for her so she could go on and further look at those budgeting items.
Yeah, I mean, she had a lot of goals, right? She's on a fixed income, she is retired, she wants to travel.
Yeah, she wants to go to Jerusalem.
Yes, she's very involved with her church, she was a nurse. But because she was on that fixed income, I mean, that was one of her biggest challenges, was being able to make that amount of money work for her. But it wasn't working at that time, right?
Exactly.
And so I think that it is really cool that you've been able to kind of keep track with her a little bit throughout this time. And time goes by like that, right?
It does.
But you guys were able to kind of get her in with some free resources and a counselor that could help her identify where she needed to work on those areas?
So through VyStar, we have a free counseling service that people can use. Our members have it available to them. It sounds like she's been able to use that on a regular basis to help with that debt and also help start building that emergency savings that we wanted to set as one of her goals.
Well, again, I think it's fantastic that you have all of these available free tools and resources to work on your financial fitness. And I think she's wrapping up with Keith now, and they're going to head over. I can't wait to catch up with her.
Great.
Miss Johnson, so good to see you.
Hi, Miss Johnson. How you doing?
Hi, Mr. Wade.
Good to see you again.
Have a seat. Join
Thank
us.
you. Thank you.
You look beautiful.
Oh, well, thank you. It's so good to be here.
Yes. Can you believe that time went by just like
Just
that,
like
didn't
that.
it?
Oh, my goodness.
Last time.
Tell me a little bit about your experience working with Wade here.
It's really been a pleasure. It really has, with his experience and setting me on that course that I so needed.
I mean, I'm sure it kind of opened your eyes working with him, all the different resources that were available that you were unaware of.
Totally unaware. But Wade walked me through those things. Yeah. And like his one word he says, it's been a journey.
Yeah.
And that just set me off. I got to make this journey and make him proud of me for what he has taught me and worked with me in that short time. So it's been a blessing.
Now, speaking of working with, and it seems like you're doing really well. I mean, just talking with her now, I can see like the optimism, and she's so excited.
Yes.
So what would you say is the biggest takeaway, though, of what he went over you with? I mean, I know you did the budget. You also worked with the counselor.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit. What was your biggest takeaway?
The biggest takeaway was stop eating out so much.
So what were some of the things that you've been able to do to allow yourself to kind of get rid of your debt and then also be able to save?
Well, one thing, I joined the budget credit counseling. I joined them, and we go over a good structured budget.
Okay.
That was really, really good and so happy. So I look forward. My next month is May 1st. She'll be calling me. Well, where are you at, Miss Johnson? So when I tell her all my good news, she's going to say, wow, you really did. I wouldn't waste my time doing this and getting the help I need. But I realized that I needed some help.
How's the saving going now?
Right.
And we were looking at that emergency bucket for you.
Yes.
How has that been going?
The saving is going slow but nice.
Okay.
Moving
Slow
in the
and
right
steady.
direction?
Moving in the right direction.
That's good.
I used your technique. It was so good. I thought about it when I got home, the envelope. So what I do, I take money and put in my envelope. So when I'm outside, I know I got a certain amount of dollars in the envelope that I don't overspend. So if I want a cup of coffee and I get a receipt and I go home, okay, I spent this, I spent that. Okay, what's left in the envelope? Well, it's just $5, $6. I know I can't get another cup of coffee. Okay, So that really works. So I thank you for that, Mr. Wade.
So what are some things, because you still have some goals, right? You
Yes.
still want to travel.
We're going to Jerusalem.
That's right. So the goal is at least next year,
Next
because
year.
your church is going to be taking that trip. You're going to be on it, I believe.
TV. I'm going to register with TVN,
Awesome.
Christian Broadcasting.
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you're doing amazing. I just love her energy too right now.
Yeah.
So what would you say is the next thing that you would want her to work on?
Well, I know that we're still working on that emergency savings, so we're
Yes.
getting close there. I think
Yes.
the exciting part is we are getting close to being able to start saving for other things like that travel.
Mm-hmm.
So I think, your budgeting is great. Take some of those savings that you're getting from some of those things you mentioned,
Yes.
and just put it to work into something that's fun for you. So
Okay.
I think that's the next step, is to start building it up and having fun with it.
I've taken all of this, set it on the table. I says, May, you went through all of this, so now don't fall by the wayside.
Right.
Keep going. Remember what everybody said. So I go, Wade said the journey. My budget and counseling counselor, she said, I'm setting you up with your budget. So I got that resources
Yes.
right there, because I wouldn't waste my time. I really
Keep
wouldn't.
using them. I mean, the tools
Yeah.
are there for you to use so
Yeah.
that you can keep getting better and better. Because once we get a habit of doing certain things, that habit just kind of snowballs into the next one.
Yes,
So it's
yes.
a really amazing thing to see when you get moving in the right direction.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
In just that short amount of time too.
Yeah.
So I think it's great what you've been able to do.
I went to
So
work.
Good to see. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for joining us
Thank
today,
you,
and thank
thank
you
you.
for helping
Oh,
her.
absolutely.
Yeah, yeah.
And if you would like to work on your financial fitness, VyStar has plenty of free tools and resources. Just head to vystarcu.org.